Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching on my YouTube channel, help me out. Make sure you get yourself subscribed to the channel. If you're already subscribed, make sure you've hit that bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing on the channel. If you're watching on my Facebook, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. It helps to support it. It helps to, I've been talking about, I'm trying to get to that place of 1,000 subscribers so that I can go back to my monthlies and do those live. It'll just make it a lot easier for me. So help me out if you can, if you haven't subscribed yet. So we are going to dive into this week's energy, what we have going on for the week, how you can make the best of the energy that we have going on. Because I actually feel like this is kind of a nice little special pocket of energy. I feel like this is a special and important time. You know, I do feel, if I project out, that the energy feels quite intense in December and as we're wrapping up the end of the year. But I feel like right now, while we are doing a lot of transforming, a lot of healing, a lot of this work, which this entire year has been about us doing this work on ourselves, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for magic, a lot of opportunity for things to be manifesting, a lot of opportunity even for, I don't know, I'm getting the word spontaneous healing, right? Where you just like have these moments of awareness and there's a real healing that happens for you and to you through the process. But when I was connecting with the messages about what I needed to talk about today, I got really clearly that that it's time to show up for your life like it's your mission from God, right? Because it is. It's time for us. This is a really important time in this Scorpio season, in this period of transformation, that this transformation, part of this process is in uncovering what it is that we need to fill our cup. You know, so many of those of us that connect with this channel are, like I said, the helpers and the healers, right? And we tend to have this tendency of putting other people in front of ourselves, and that's never gonna not be us. But we also want to be mindful about the ways that we are taking care of us. And I do feel like there's this focus about coming back to like, what do I need to bring my life into balance? What do I need to bring myself into balance? What do I need to fill my cup in my life? But it's also about like, what do I feel called to do to set myself up for success? I would pay attention to those prompts that are coming through right now, because this feels like a really important time. And the things that we're creating right now, the things that we're working on right now, the things that we're putting energy into right now are going to be blooming and flourishing. This is a really helpful time for us to be planting seeds, right? So if ever there was a time for you to show up for yourself and for your life, this is it. This is it. So if you've been feeling called to start to make yourself higher up on that list of people that you prioritize, or even adding yourself to that list at all, this is a really important time for you to do that, because it might not seem like that has anything to do with your visions and your dreams and your goals, but it absolutely does. And you know, for those of you who are really in that mindset of, you know, it's more important for me to help other people, I think that it's also important for us to consider that we can help more people by filling our own cup, by being the best version of ourselves. So this is very much so important right now. So asking yourself also, like, how do I need to show up for myself? How do I need to show up for my life? Where have I not been showing up for my life? Where have I not been setting boundaries in a way that's impacting me in a negative way? It's so important. And I'm just reading a comment. Okay. All right, Adam, I see you. So I'm going to just come back into flow though, because it helps me to refocus. Okay. So I'm going to come back. So it's time for us to focus on that filling up, that getting ourselves back into balance. That has been very much my focus this year. I think that's been very much the collective focus, is on this balance, this transforming. And this is really, I said last time, this uncovering of the onion, right? We're like peeling away layers. We're getting down to our most authentic selves. And I also think that it's really important right now that we are allowing ourselves to be in flow, that we are allowing ourselves to let ourselves be guided and to not get so stuck in the way that we think that things need to be. Okay? To allow ourselves to be guided by, I always say, like, think about going with the current rather than flowing against the current. So allowing that process to happen, allowing yourself to, I feel like specifically I want to say, not try to control other people, right? Not feeling even this need to step in and tell other people what to do or to try to help them to make their decisions, just allowing them to just be. And allowing ourselves to instead notice what's showing up for us, notice what's happening on our flow, and not fighting against the current. Because when we're fighting against the current, we're exhausting ourselves. So I feel like that's really important in this week. I also feel like so much that we want to pay attention to what's being shown to us connected with our unconscious, okay? So I feel like there's a lot that's being brought up this week from the unconscious mind. So notice what's coming up for you. Notice what's maybe different. Notice what thoughts are coming up that feel different from the usual, or things that you're becoming aware of that you didn't even know were there, issues that you didn't know were there, thoughts that you didn't know were there before, things that are being brought to the surface, and specifically also paying attention to our dreams, because when we can pay attention to our dreams, a lot I feel like right now is coming through in regard to the unconscious mind. So paying attention to all of those things and really noticing these prompts that we have in terms of what it is that we're needing to be doing, okay? I got very clearly that we are getting the clarity on what it is that we need to be doing. However, we might not necessarily be comfortable with that, or we might not necessarily feel like we're ready to do that, okay? So it's like we know the answers, we know the things that we need to be letting go of, or we know the steps that we need to be taking, or even the leaps of faith that we need to be taking, or the direction that we need to be moving in. But at the same time, we're either afraid to do that, or that feels very outside of our comfort zone, or that feels, you know, maybe we're concerned about hurting other people, or disappointing other people, and we're concerned about that, right? So just being mindful of that, because I do think that we know the answers, and we really want to make sure that we're honoring that, and we're not pushing that away, that we're not ignoring that, and that we're allowing ourselves to work through and work around those fears that are popping up around that, so that we can begin to take steps in the direction of where we know we're intuitively being led. All right, so let's dive into the cards. So the first card that we have here is the Ace of Cups, okay? I feel like this, it's funny because I had written down the messages before I even pulled the cards, right? And the Ace of Cups, like, to me, is about a full cup, okay? So this is very much supporting that energy of, what do I need to fill my cup? What does fill my cup? And where does my cup have some holes in it? How do I need to plug those holes? How do I need to take better care of me and really show up for myself? The Six of Pentacles is showing up. And this to me feels like a want and a desire for balance. Balance in relationships, balance in, if we're investing our energy in something, to receive the same level of energy in return. There's this want for balance in our life. Or if I'm going to invest my money in this situation, invest my time in this situation, I'm really wanting to receive a return on my investment, okay? So I do feel like we're setting some boundaries around this, and we're really being mindful of only choosing circumstances where we're going to get that return on our investment. Specifically, I feel like with relationships, but I think in other situations too. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, us connecting with our confidence, us connecting with our creativity. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of creative inspiration this week if we're honoring that, if we're paying attention to that. So noticing what's coming up for you, but also letting yourself, I don't know, like there is this energy on the collective of just being tired of dealing with certain things and of putting up with certain things. We've been doing a lot of work around relationships, right? So this is us choosing to step into our confidence, to be able to set the boundaries that we need to make and to honor that. So I see that as being something you may find yourself just naturally feeling more confident, more connected with that this week. So own that, be the queen that you are. The Magician card, manifestation, right? There is the new moon coming up here on Thursday, so on the 4th. And the Magician is all about creating magic in your life, manifesting magic in your life. So this to me is really saying, set those intentions, you know, and set big intentions, because when we're focusing around showing up for our life in a big way, we really want to manifest big things. We want to aim higher. We want to dream bigger than we thought was possible for us. So dream big this month with that, okay? Dream big always, but especially this month. We also have the Star in reverse showing up with the 8 of Swords. So there still is this transformational energy of we're needing to heal something, and that thing that needs to be healed is going to come from us choosing to set ourselves free, from us choosing to step in the direction, again, maybe that we feel afraid of, but we know what we need to do. Stepping in that direction, taking that, at least small steps in that direction. The, let's see, we also have the 10 of Swords showing up here with the 7 of Pentacles. So there is an energy of feeling a lack of patience or feeling tired of waiting on some things. Okay, hang in there, because there's a lot of great manifestation energy this week. But it's also, there's some endings that are happening right now with this 10 of Swords, right? We're tired of certain things. We're tired of putting up with certain things. We're tired of allowing certain things. And I do see us stepping into this Queen of Wands energy where we're starting to recognize what we deserve. And we're starting to recognize that maybe we've been waiting on some things that don't really matter so much to us anymore. Or it's time for us to release that, because it's no longer aligned for our highest and best good. So last cards that we have here are the Clarity card and the Leap card. Okay, so this is Leap card, all about taking that leap of faith, right? So if you're thinking about taking a leap of faith, good time for us to at least begin to take steps in that direction. The card itself says, spread your wings and fly. Take leap of faith, go for it. And the last card that we have here is the Clarity card. So again, I see us seeing things very clearly. We might be kind of hesitant to take steps in the direction of that, but recognize what is fear, recognize where fear is holding you back, and show up for your life and show up for yourself. All right, guys, those are your messages for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that heart button, and share it with anybody that you think that it would connect with. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you soon.